Like, let's say that the couple's being torn apart for different reasons, but they want to stay together for the kids, so to speak. What do you recommend in that situation?
Now that's a situation that I personally grappled with many times in my life. If being raised the way that I was, that if you have a kid together, then you're married, and once you're married, that's final. there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're in that no matter what happens. And I would say overall, if the only reason that you're in it is for the kids, then you're both in it for the wrong reasons, because the kids are usually negatively affected by neither parent being happy. Things are always going to be harder for children of divorced parents. So it's not a choice that anyone should take lightly to divorce their spouse, no matter what the case may be. I mean, it should never be a choice you take lightly, especially if there's kids involved. But at the same time, you have to be fair to the kids too. Kids deserve happiness. They deserve to see their parents accomplish things. The more they see you do, kids copycat, from when they're babies. They copycat, da 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 da, and then eventually leading up to, them watching you brush your teeth, watching you clean the house, and then that's how they do it. People are very good at mimicking, especially children. So if you show children how to love, if you show children how to treat each other with respect, and if you show children that sometimes you do have to make tough choices and you have to make tough decisions in your life, and you can't you can't be forever frozen. Sometimes you do have to make a decision. If you're both miserable in the relationship, your kids are miserable, you're miserable, everyone else around you, both sets of friends are miserable. If you're trying to make an argument in that situation that it's better for the kids to have everyone around them in their life be miserable, that's a tough argument to make. So, but as far as your real question, the active love or if it's forced or whatever, I mean, love definitely has to be a choice. It's a feeling too. And different times it may crop up more than others in the feeling sense. If you look your significant other in the eye and you have that connection and you feel something deep inside, that's that, fairy tale love that we're taught, where you feel something in your heart. That's real. It exists, but it's never eternal. It's never just going to stick on. That switch never stays on where that feeling goes on forever. Because if it did, would anybody ever break up? Would any relationships that had that spark where they both felt that love, would it ever end? I don't think it would. If it was a forever feeling. So there are times, and you have to grow together. One of my good friends is older, and he's been married to his wife for almost 40 years. And he said, through the last 40 years, he's seen, basically 5 different women, from when he first started dating his wife when they were teenagers. And then as she got older, she had children. She's, gone through the later stages in her life. So she's been, almost a different, 5 different people in different ways throughout the course of her life. And so is he. And so, you've been together 10 years. You've had that first, round, let's say. And then for the next 10 years, you may be a different person. She may be a slightly different person. But, if you love that person, if you make an active choice to love that person and care about them and be there for them, then as they change and as they grow over time, you're going to want to be there with them. And it's not going to be a surprise when one day, they're at a new place in life. Um, it's a partnership. Communication, you have to constantly be talking. And it's hard. Right now, my wife works all day. I'm usually working all day. The kids are at daycare. We have a few hours at night to talk. But in that few hours at night that we have to talk, that's when, you get everything out that hey, this happens today. Oh, I was feeling like this earlier. You make the most of the time that you have, no matter how big or little it is. So it has to be a constant
Yeah.
decision.